Okay, Rick, we're going to roll here.
All right, let's roll.
So let's see what we got here.
Yeah.
Ready?
Let's roll.
Let's roll. Welcome to Nightline. We're in the West Wing here on the campus of Northeastern High School, and we're going to be talking a little bit of nights. Everything.
Well, we got a lot going on. We're stacked and packed right now.
Stacked and packed in the big house here.
First, we should mention that we have new luxury studio accommodations here, Jerry, over here in the West Wing.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful area.
It's a fabulous area. We want to thank the administration for putting this together for us. It's an awesome place. So we got a lot to get to.
We got a bunch, so let's dive in.
Dive right in.
Let's dive in. Well, first of all, let's talk a little bit of golf.
Yeah.
Girls golf.
We have a fabulous girls golf team, I've been told.
And they won the Tri-Eastern Conference for the second straight year, which to me is a huge event.
Yeah.
I mean, that's big for our girls. Bailey, she is their medalist. She went on to the regional round and got knocked out of that. But I mean, she had a good round going, and on the back part of the second nine, I should say, wasn't very kind to her.
Well, what'd she end up shooting for what's an average score? Just so to let people know, when they go out there, what do they shoot?
Around a 42.
42.
That's pretty good.
And that's over 9, not after one hole, right? Okay,
yeah.
So I'm used to after one hole, then
Yeah.
I'm going to my second hole.
Yeah.
So I'm impressed.
Well,
That's good.
And you know, Rick, the thing with this is, I'd like to go off at you and I play. There's no windmills.
Yeah.
and no little gnomes sitting out there. I mean, this is the real deal. So congratulations to the girls golf team this year for another TEC championship. That's a big deal.
That's a fabulous accomplishment for them.
And then, moving on to tennis a little bit, we had our tennis sectional was last week, and the only people that went on was our doubles.
And and that's our doubles team, number one doubles team.
Yeah, number one doubles, which has been DEITSCH and COLTON and COYLE, and they moved on. In fact, they were playing in the championship of that with the right to move on to the regional. They were playing Connorsville, and they lost the first set. They had come back and won the second set, and then one of them got injured and was unable to continue.
That's unfortunate.
And they had to forfeit by the rules, which was, I mean, that's terrible.
Yeah, they were right in that match. So be proud of them. You know, that was a good accomplishment for them. They were on the verge of possibly heading into the regional round of the tennis tournament. So congratulations to both those guys. For a job well done.
Absolutely. Now another sectional is getting ready to come up.
We got the cross-country sectional.
Cross-country.
I don't know if a lot of people know, Jerry, we do cross-country well around here.
Oh, yes.
We got a fabulous cross-country team. On the boys' side, two-time defending Wayne County champions, two-time TEC champions. Okay, heading into the sectional, that's going to be in Connorsville. The boys go off at 10:30 on Saturday, this coming Saturday, and the girls go off at 11:15. So let me talk a little bit about the boys. Chase Cates is probably I've been told by Eric Nolan. I had a conversation with Eric. He's the assistant coach. They're coached by Tyler Hostetler. You all know him around here, okay? But Chase is the number one runner. Jackson Ramsey is also a top runner. Nolan Drake, Grant Luby.
Yep.
Grant, we'll talk about him when basketball season
basketball
comes
rolls
up.
around.
And Bryston McFarland. Cates, Ramsey, Drake, and Luby, all TEC, all conference. And McFarland just barely missed being all conference. So in talking with Coach Nolan, he thinks they have a good chance to at least finish one or two in the upcoming sectional. So top 5 go on to the regional.
Well, and I think, in what I've seen of the cross country team and so forth, is that not only do they have a legit shot of putting a few into the regional as individuals, but if you get a couple good runs out of your 3, 4, and 5 guys, well, suddenly you're thinking about team regional.
Yes, and that's what they're hoping for. When I say 1 or 2 as a team, not as individuals, there's a lot of confidence that a lot of these top 5 guys are going to go to the regional as individuals, but as a team, they think that they have a chance of finishing 1, maybe 2, but again, top 5, you go to the regional next week. So good luck to those guys. If you get a chance, go down to Carnesville. Ask somebody. I don't know exactly where their course is. It's a 3-mile course. That's what cross country is in high school. But boy, they'd like to see a crowd down there to cheer them on.
And that course down there is not flat.
Well, that's what cross country is. It's potholes.
It's some hills.
Out in the woods. It's not a track. You're not running around a track.
And some valleys.
Yes, and you're jumping over trees sometimes.
And you got to watch out for mountain lions.
Mountain lions.
They make you run faster.
So, good luck to the guys. The girls will also be participating.
Now the girls' team has a little different situation because they don't have 5 girls.
They don't have 5.
So they cannot advance as a team. However, individuals.
Well, okay, Marissa Kate, she holds the school record of 1950 for the cross country. She set that in 2020.
And that's Chase's sister.
Yeah, I'm assuming they're twins.
I believe so.
Because they're both juniors.
Yeah.
Okay, and we see them both in basketball too. Okay. So with Marissa, Heather Kroll, and Jill Berger, and there's another, I'm going to reference basketball again because we know Jill from basketball. They're there, and Paige Zettel, they are the 4 runners for the girls. They can't make it as a team because you need at least 5, but they can compete for individuals to move on to the next to the regional. And according to Coach Nolan, at least 3 of the 4, he feels confident could have a legitimate shot at qualifying for the regional. So good luck to those girls. Again, they go off at 11:15 on Saturday morning. Get down there if you can get there. I don't know if we got a cheer block that's willing to travel on a Saturday morning, but that would be awesome.
Now that would be something to have a cheer block at a cross country meet.
Yeah,
that would be fun, and
we're going to touch on the cheer block a little bit here. Okay, so we're going to touch on.
It'll be fun
because they're stepping up this year.
Well, they are stepping up.
Oh, they're doing a tremendous job. So cross country, we do it well out here. These people, they deserve your support. Go down and see if you can just cheer them on the course. That would really help them out. What else we got going on, Jerry? We got a lot more stuff.
Volleyball.
I have a special place in my heart for volleyball.
I do too.
And I know you do too. We love volleyball.
Oh.
All right. Every once in a while, I'll find myself watching Big Ten Network and Penn State's playing Nebraska.
Yep.
And that's just a lot of fun to watch.
Now, you heard the news, didn't you?
Well,
I have a 10-day contract as assistant coach for volleyball this year now.
I heard, and all right, so full disclosure, I actually am a line judge for the home volleyball matches, and I can hear you on the bench, Jerry, and you are, if nothing else, I got to tell you, you're a great cheerleader.
Well,
and that's an important role.
It's hard to compete with the cheer block because they sit right behind me.
Yeah, and again, I want to reference our cheer block.
Yeah.
They are at volleyball matches this year. They have shown up, and they've been there. And I'll tell you what, guys, we appreciate you guys so much. Loud, they've been classy. During our last volleyball match, we had to push them back because a couple of the kids were getting out on the court, which, it wasn't malicious or anything. It was just they were getting excited.
Well, and we had so many of them.
Yeah.
There was a bunch.
Yeah, there was a bunch of people in the cheer block, and I've said this before. They love it when the volleyball girls love it when you show up. And it motivates them. So we got sectionals coming up.
Yep. Well, anyways, so sectionals are coming up on Thursday. Now you'll notice that Shenandoah is not in the sectional this year, and that was because they withdrew because of a COVID outbreak.
Okay, so they didn't even throw their name in the hat.
They're not even in the picture.
Okay.
So with that being said, actually the Knights got a pretty good draw on Thursday night on the 14th. They'll play the second game against Knightstown, who they beat just the other night.
And that sectional is in Union County?
At Union County High School.
In Liberty. Okay, so next Thursday night.
Yep, late game.
7:30 usually?
7:30, something like that. It's going to take on Knightstown. And then the early match is Union County and Eastern Hancock, which ought to be another good one.
That will be a tremendous match right there.
And then if we beat Knightstown, which I don't see no reason why we shouldn't, then Hagerstown will be up at 12:30 on Saturday. And we played Hagerstown tough as nails, set one.
Yeah, we definitely did. I want to say something about volleyball. If you're a volleyball player or a parent right now and you're watching this, you ought to be proud of these girls. They have as much talent as any team that we played this year. When they come out and they decide that they want to go beast, what I call beast mode, all right? They come up and they put their all into this. They can play with anybody. So they should be able to be very competitive, at least in the first match. And then we got Hagerstown. Hagerstown's been the team here for the last probably 3 or 4 years.
Yes.
In this sectional. They're not unbeatable. I honestly believe, Jerry, that our team can compete with them on any floor at any time.
Well, and I agree. I mean, the other night at Tri High, we played, and in the second set, the Knights were down 13-7 in the second set, and went on a 17-2 run.
Oh my goodness! There was no stopping them.
There was no stopping them. And the thing is once you get that run started in volleyball, man, it's hard to stop it.
Big momentum has a lot to do with volleyball. I've noticed in the years that I've been watching the Knights play or watching volleyball, going to club tournaments and things like that. Momentum is a big thing, especially with high school kids.
Yeah.
Okay, you get a high school kid down, it's hard to break out of that, no matter what the talent level.
Oh yeah.
But I'm telling you, our volleyball team has as much talent as I've seen here in the last few years.
Yep.
We got hitters all over the floor. We've got a setter that's coming into her own, I believe.
Yep.
All right. We can pass. You know what volleyball is? You got to stick to pass. Okay. I don't know all the terminology like you do because you've been around it 100 years. But sticking that pass is absolutely critical. So who do we have as our passes? We got Michaela Day,
and
Abby
Deitch, Claire Coddington, playing in the back row. Also, in certain situations, we also have Lily Knoll.
Lily, yeah.
And also Brielle Fisher.
Brielle, yeah.
Yeah.
And you also mentioned some of our hitters in there too. We got a couple of good middles. Anna Drake. Yeah. Maddie Osterman.
Yeah, and they're starting to figure the game out a little bit.
Yes. Yeah.
And then we know some of our strong side hitters. We got Neely.
Emma Neely. She's only a sophomore.
She's only a sophomore. Like her a bunch.
Yeah, Lily Knoll, she's only a sophomore.
Lily Knoll is a good one. Claire Coddington is outside hitter.
Yeah.
Also, Kennedy Seal.
Kennedy, she's a senior this year.
So, I mean, there's a lot of kids out there that are doing a good job for us this year.
Yep, so, you know what, girls? Show up, play your game, let the score take care of itself. And cheer block, I'm challenging you. You know what the time is. You guys show up. Show up at the 7:30 or be there by 7 o'clock at Union County on next Thursday night, the 14th. So be there, be loud, be proud, let them know, who you're there for. So, That's what I have to say about that.
Let's move on to a little bit of football.
Football's been a little bit, last couple of games have been tough for the Knights.
Played some tough teams.
But yeah, definitely Centerville.
Centerville's good. Good football team.
Centerville this year is the class of the TEC.
Absolutely.
I don't think they're unbeatable, okay? Because I don't think any team is unbeatable, but they're definitely talented this year. They've got a lot of talent on both sides of the ball.
Well, and even the Shenandoah game last weekend, the Knights trailed 28-0.
Yeah.
Final score, Shenandoah 35, Knights 28.
Well, not only that, Jerry, in the last minute of the game, we had the ball. All right, we in around the midfield area. Now this year we have a passing attack. All right, so covering that 50 yards is not impossible.
No.
So we had our chances. We missed the first down by a yard. All right, so the ball's turned over, but we were right there. That game right there, I will tell you, you got to show up to play from down one.
Yeah.
All right. We can't split it up by halves. You show up to play by down one. My opinion is we're every bit as good as Shenandoah, if not better, this year.
Oh, I agree.
And they're a potential sectional opponent, I believe, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, they're in our sectional, along with Heritage Christian and a few other of the Indianapolis schools.
Yeah, we got some big schools up there.
And how in the world we ever got into a sectional with Indianapolis schools is beyond me.
Well, whoever makes those decisions, that's how these things come down.
Yeah, that's how those things come out.
And I'm thinking Winchester, Centerville, a couple of local schools are in that sectional. So that draw's coming up. When's that draw coming up?
That draw is October the 10th at 5 p.m. on ihsatv.org.
Yeah, and you ought to tune in. Tune into at 5 o'clock and go online at ihsatv.org.
Yep.
And you can watch that online, that sectional draw. I like to watch it. It's a lot of fun to do that. See where your Knights are playing. The Knights have 2 more conference games to finish up the schedule, so they got a couple games to iron out the things. They could do some damage in the sectional. They come out and play their game. They could do some damage.
Well, the draw is everything.
Yes.
The draw is everything. You have Centerville go up against Heritage Christian. Well,
be a tough
there's
matchup.
probably your top 2 teams. Somebody's heading out the door.
Right.
And with the way things are now, all you have to mention is the word COVID, and you might slide by somebody.
Well, that happened to the Knights last year.
Happened to the Knights last year.
We had a COVID situation, and we had to bow out.
Yeah.
We were headed down to Heritage Christian.
Yep.
And we just didn't get the opportunity to play.
Yeah, which is a sad situation that these athletes have been placed in over the past year and a half.
Yeah, because they've been working all year. Last year was a building year for the Knights, and I think this year they've seen some of those building blocks come to fruition.
And I'll say, the coaching staff has done what I think is an outstanding job.
Oh, they absolutely have. Wes Solar and his team, his coaching staff, they've done a fabulous job. They've got these kids ready to play. And yeah, there's been some bumps in the road. We've had some injuries and people out and stuff like that. Hopefully we'll get some of these kids back when the sectionals come. The next 2 games will be good games for the Knights to get their machine well oiled and get prepped for the sectional. So looking forward to Sunday to see who the Knights are going to play in the sectional.
Well, let's move to a little bit of girls basketball.
Girls basketball coming up.
Oh, they start practice on the 18th of October.
That's a week away.
A week away.
The season's here. All right, that's right just after the sectional for volleyball. So if we move on in volleyball, we could have some crossover.
Crossover. There are a few crossover players on there. And and the Knights open up the season November the 5th. That's 30 days, less than 30 days from today.
And we're looking forward to it. And I'm going to remind everybody, at least the home games we're going to have on myteamlive.tv. Yours truly will be broadcasting like we did last year. We had a lot of fun last year, and we're looking for some exciting things from the girls this year. They will have 5 new starters from last year's teams to this year's team. Last year's team went to the sectional final. lost to Shenandoah. I don't think Coach Mayo thinks they're going to miss a beat, though. She'll have them ready. You know that.
Well, you saw the second game of the season. It's a new addition. Our girls have never played Muncie Central. So yeah, we're taking on the Bearcats at the Fieldhouse in Muncie on the 9th of November.
Muncie Central, historic school, historic building over there. The Fieldhouse has a long history. That's going to be a good matchup for the Knights. That'll be a good test to see where they're at in their program.
Now, also, the girls' basketball team, they're having their annual drive-through dinner. Now, that's going to be on Saturday, November the 6th, and from 4:30 to 6:30, it's a drive-through, and you can get your tickets for a pulled pork dinner. Now, with green beans, potato salad, applesauce, and get this, Rick, Wick's sugar cream pie.
Oh, you can't get any better than that.
I mean,
this is a good old country meal, right?
This is. I may have to partake of that.
Well, I've already got my 2 tickets.
You've already got your tickets?
As a matter of fact, yes, I do. I ordered my 2 tickets today, and so just go out there, see somebody, see a basketball player. Get yourself a couple tickets. They're $10 each.
$10.
All the money goes toward girls basketball. Support your girls basketball team. And when it comes to girls basketball, folks, cheer block, I'm talking to you guys. Show up. This team's going to be a lot of fun. I think this year, Jerry, we're going to be better as the season goes on. We'll start to gel because you got 5 new starters. There's going to be some growing pains, but I honestly think that they could be very competitive when it comes to sectional time, and that's when you want to start gelling.
Well, and the first 2 home games for the Lady Knights will be on the 12th of November against Franklin County,
okay,
a 4A school.
Yeah,
so
that's 2 4As in a row. That
means back-to-back 4As, and then we're going to sneak in LaPel on the 13th.
Okay, we went up to LaPel last year. We played them. They're typically a very well-run program, both the boys and the girls.
Yeah.
And so now they're coming back here, to our house. We beat them last year. Again, different year though.
Yep.
So that'll be another good test for the Knights. Those first 4 games for the Knights are going to be good, solid tests, just to get a measure of where we're at and what things we need to do. But again, looking forward to girls basketball this year.
Well, and we're going to be having, again, our pregame show, the Mayo on the side. I'm hoping to get Hellman's the sponsor, so we'll see what we can get on that.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
Yeah, we're in deep negotiation.
Even if it's only for a 1-gallon jar of Hellman's, I'll be happy.
And of course, we'll have to have our Reese's Peanut Butter Cup player of the game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're going to have everything.
All kinds of fun things. We'll surprise you, but that's a lot of fun. So we'd rather have you at the gym. So come to the gym, support the girls. Personally, I'd like to see the band there, the whole cheerleader squad, the whole thing. So, whoever's in charge of that, maybe they can work on that. But do it up big, because these girls deserve your support. So you get out to that gym and you support your girls basketball team, because it's right around the corner. This is Indiana. Basketball rules.
Before we get into the boys basketball, we want to remind everybody that if you have a student that goes to Northeastern Wayne schools, they get in free for athletic events.
Absolutely. Thanks for reminding us. So if you're a student here at Northeastern, there is no charge. You just show up and you get in the gym. And you head right over to the cheer block and you make yourself loud and you make yourself known, and no charge. So that's a good policy. We referenced that last week, last time we were on. So.
Then now another thing that we're going to be doing during the basketball season is we're going to have a little piece where there's going to be probably myself and Rick here and probably Mark Kirkhoff. And we're going to try to get Coach Ross, or at least one of the coaches, and Coach Mayo, or one of the assistant coaches. And we're all going to sit at a round table, You got it. Knights of the Round Table. You're faster than I thought.
Did you come up with that?
Oh, I'll tell you. So we're going to have that. We're just going to sit around and talk basketball.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
It could be a free for all. We'll see how that works out.
It could be, but we're going to try that, see how it goes, and have some fun with it because that's what it's about.
We'll have the coaches there. We can ask them direct questions right there, and they can get them on camera. They can answer on camera. That'll be great. So we'll be looking forward to that.
And then we'll move into boys basketball.
That's not that far away either.
Practice starts November the 8th.
Yeah, this year, I think talking to some of the parents of some of the kids.
Yeah.
They're excited this year for boys basketball.
Well, they should be.
They think we could potentially actually be improved from last year because we have a lot of sophomores moving up to their junior year. You see them. They post on Facebook. They've been playing AAU ball or some type of team, and they're improving their skills. I think they've got their finger pointed toward this season that this could be a very good year for the Knights.
Oh, I think so. I think it could be a very exciting year. And the nice thing about if you go to the game, you can watch the replay later.
Yeah, you can watch us anytime because it's always posted on YouTube. We want you at the game. Students in for free. Cheer block, be loud. Okay, I've mentioned that before. Cheer block, let them know that you're there. So students can go to the game. After the game or at some point, whenever, you can go to YouTube and typically you'll find that myteamlive.tv rebroadcast. If you can't go to the game, then you have the broadcast and we'll be bringing that to you.
Well, the season opens for the boys on the 24th of November at home against Seton Catholic.
That's a typical, that's been an annual game for the last few years. That's day before Thanksgiving.
And then we'll go on the road, as usual, and play Monroe Central.
That's another school that we've got a lot of history with.
And we've added this year to the games LaPel.
Well, that's a big matchup
at
right
home.
There. Now LaPel's got pedigree.
Yes.
I think they have state championship pedigree, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
All right. Those are the teams you want to play. All right. Last year, Knights went into Blackford. They played Blackford. They played Delta.
And Blackford's coming here.
Blackford's coming here
this year.
So, but that LaPel game, and again, depending on what year it is, teams go through transition years. So LaPel, just the name LaPel, and is that a home game or an away game?
That is a home game.
All right, just where we want them. We want them over at the night court. Okay, so that'll be a good game right there. It'll be a good test for the Knights. It'll be a measuring stick because they're a 2A school. If they have championship hopes and dreams, just like we have championship hopes and dreams. So look forward to that one right there.
Well, now we've got.
There's a lot of stuff happening.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
Nobody's sitting still here.
Well, and we're about ready to start going into that transition time from our fall sports to the winter sports. Wrestling's getting ready to get rolling here soon. Just a lot of different things, but I think that's about all we have for sports.
Well, here's what I would say. I want to say something about cheerleading.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? This was not on our agenda list.
Oh,
I'm adding this as a surprise. Okay. Guys, I was a cheerleader in college. Okay? I only did it for 1 year, but it was a lot of fun. I don't know who's in charge of cheerleading, but you ought to, if you're a guy, you're not participating in a winter sport or activity, go see the cheerleaders. They will put you to work. I think we ought to get maybe 4 or 6 guys as cheerleaders. Put them in the proper sweaters and get them their night gear, get them their megaphones, and be a cheerleader. It's a lot of fun. You get to lift the girls up. They'll show you the moves. I mean, I don't know. I'm not the coach, so I'm not the one, but I'm just telling you some of the things we used to do. And so as a guy, be a man and go out there and be a cheerleader. So that's what I'm going to say about that.
All right. Well, we're going to move on here to some academics.
Yeah, we got some other things going on. You got an FFA event.
FFA, we have a team going to state, and that's Kennedy Seals and Liz Stubblefield, Claire Coddington and Ella Coddington. They won the right to go to the state, which is be held at Purdue. There's a surprise.
Wow, yeah.
And so that'll be coming up, and it's part of their CDE that they need, which is their career development event, is what it's called. And soil judging. So I asked one of them this: is what's soil judging? And they went, well, we're identifying the soil's profile.
Well, there's a lot of science we're in a farming community. If you look at where we're at, there's cornfields all around us here. Farming, you don't just go out there and plant the seed and wait for the crop to grow.
Those days are long gone.
Long gone. There's a lot of science going into these soils. I mean, real science, not the fake science we see sometimes. This is real science in that soil management, okay? And those farmers, they spend a lot of time on soil management. I'm not a farmer. I've never worked on a farm. I've never been to, I've been to farms, but I've never, been part of a farm. But Northeastern is a farming community. We're a small school, farming community. So FFA is obviously a big part of what Northeastern does.
Absolutely. It's a huge part of what we have. And we have a great FFA chapter here, very respected throughout the state and so forth. And my youngest daughter, she did everything FFA. In fact, I think she was the president of our chapter and so forth. And she went on she's at Purdue now as a senior in the agronomy department, which is an agricultural thing. Don't ask me what agronomy is, because I don't have a clue.
You're not going to Purdue, are you, right now?
No, I'm not going, so I have no idea what agronomy is.
Well,
but we'll find out for the next show what agronomy is.
Lexi, we'll have to send her a text and have her tell us what that
we'll
is.
have to figure that out. And then
and you said Lexi's a senior. I'm thinking, oh my goodness gracious.
Oh, yeah, getting old.
Yeah, we are.
So, now, Damsels probably have something coming up soon.
Damsels have an event coming up, October 30th, which is a Saturday. They have what they call a dance and performance camp, and it's for pre-K through 8th grade. So, you can go get your information the same place I got my information. Go to the Northeastern Damsels Facebook page, and all the information is right there, or you can ask a damsel. But it's definitely for elementary kids up to middle school through 8th grade. It starts at 12 noon. Get there at 11:30 to register. Goes till 5 o'clock. And we have a fabulous damsels program around here.
Yes.
Color Guard, they'll be gearing up for their Winter Guard season coming up. That usually starts in January, maybe 1st of February is their first event. Somewhere in there, end of January, 1st of February. So we've always scored well in these events, and they do things like this to get the younger kids involved in damsels at a young age and bring them up. As a matter of fact, a lot of the girls, I'm going to mention a couple, Michaela Cummings and Ashton Baker. I know they've been there at least since 8th grade, and they probably that's when I started to know them, and they've probably been coming up, from younger than that, and they went through the Junior Damsels program. But they're now seniors this year. So get out to that camp. If you need information, you can call the middle school, and they'll get you the information you need. So October 30th, 12 to 5. I've been a damsel dad before, and I will tell you, it is a lot of fun. Just like any other sport, it's a sport. You sweat, you work hard, you pull muscles, you can get injured, and we've had all that go on. So October 30th, get your child out there for that dance and performance camp. And my guess is at the end of this camp, there'll be a performance that you can come and watch.
Cool.
So, a lot going on, Jerry.
Well, yeah, there's a lot going on. We got fall break coming up in a week.
Yeah.
You know, so people will be out and about on that, hoping everybody travels safe. And because we like to see on this on our YouTube channel,
Yeah.
as we're getting hit after hit. Make sure you like us on there or hate us. It doesn't matter.
Well, send us a text. I'll give out my text. I'm taking
here
a
we go
chance
again.
here.
Another public service announcement by Rick Fletcher.
All right, 765-914-6632. We'll take criticism, suggestions. All I'm asking is if when you send me a text, give me your name, because if I just see a number, I don't know who you are. So I'll listen to whatever you have to say. Like I've said before, Jerry, you and I were just having fun. We're enjoying this. We're a couple of amateurs just trying to provide a service to people so they can find out what's going on. It's hard to find these things out if you're just sitting out there in the public, and this is a good place that we're trying to bring to you that, hey, this is what's going on at school. Come on out, support your kids and whatever, if it's cross country, if it's Damsels, if it's basketball, volleyball, sectionals, regular games, whatever it is. Show up and show your support. And so that's why we're here to bring this to you. Like Jerry said, we'll do things like round tables. That should be a lot of fun.
It should be fun.
We'll have to clear that with Sarah and Brent first. I don't know if they've been approached yet, but
Hey,
now
well,
they know, right?
We'll just tell them.
Yeah, now they know. If they're watching this right here, now they know.
They should watch. So we do have a poll.
We do.
We have a poll.
Okay, this wasn't on our agenda.
No, this is not on here. But the poll is this. Now, Raiden Faust, Raiden, last year I called him the mayor of Dunktown.
Oh,
because he dunked all the time.
Yeah.
But I've had people come up to me and say that I should change him from the mayor of Dunktown to Sir Dunks a Lot.
Okay, here's what you do, folks.
So that's it.
765-914-6632. Give us the choices again, Jerry.
The mayor of Dunktown.
Mayor of Dunktown, that's choice number 1.
Or Sir Dunks a Lot.
Sir Dunks a Lot, that's choice number 2. Vote. Send me your text. Tell me who you are and which one of those would you prefer. And if we get some responses, we'll share the results here.
Yeah, we'll share the results at our next one. So anyway, Rick, I think it's about it for the night.
That's packed, just like we said, packed and stacked. There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on.
And, this is a busy time with sectionals all, going on at the same time with volleyball, football, cross country, golf, tennis, a lot of things going on. So
everything's going on.
Everything. So, but it's going to continue on. We'll do this again next week, and we'll have be able to talk about who the sectional opponent for football is.
And I know people don't want to hear this, but I'm going to be the first one to say it. It won't be long until the snow's flying.
Oh, it's not right around the corner.
Right around the corner.
We've been having some warm weather, but I think that's going to change.
That's going to change.
So, hey, this has been fun.
Been good. So for Rick Fletcher, I'm Jerry Middleton, and you know what? It's been another good night.